Good day, everybody. I'm stuck at home because I have a cold, so I can't see my grandkids today. We'll see how I am tomorrow. Just don't want to make anybody else sick. But in the meantime, Katy,
tomorrow. Just don't want to
hold
make
on.
anybody else sick. But in the
It's the first time I opened up my YouTube tab before I went live, and there I didn't mute it out. But anyway, Katy, after I did my video calling you out for your lies, accusing me of attacking your autistic son, you said I demanded to see proof of your stroke. You said I said you faked your stroke, all of which are lies. I've never attacked your autistic son. I've never asked you for proof of your stroke, and I've never said that you didn't have a stroke. Again, I said those that question you had every right because you've lied about everything under the sun. Well, then you doubled down, then you tripled down. You did another 35-minute video spewing the same lies and the same rhetoric over again, and whining and complaining about people fat shaming you, and making fun of you for your stroke. Well, let's listen to that audio recording first. But then, Katy, we're going to listen to Pissin Excellence. We sure are. Because she's had a beef with you for years, right? And she tried to not have a beef with you, but you just can't resist. Then we busted you all in the fake Baby Jane account, which is your account, but it was a fake one, but it was you in the fake account because you had the same people blocked that you have blocked under your Baby Jane account. Nobody would know that but you. You said the exact same words and phrases that you do out of your own mouth and in your own text under your true account. So let's get busy with this. I'm just going to be playing the audio. I'm going to start it off at 1.5 and try to get through this quick so that we can get to Katy, the audio clip where you're fat shaming. Yeah. Before everyone found out how big you are. Yeah. And now that you're exposed. Yeah. 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 Katy, you're a chronic liar. You're a bad liar. You're a piece of crap, in my opinion. You sure are. And you just need to give it up. Because, your lies are getting really old.
But yeah, so anyway, she told me to get that article down, and I said, I know that the article's there, and I didn't care. I didn't care who had found it or whatever. If they actually looked for it, they would have found it. I was going through James D and Tiffany were doing several live streams on James D's panels, and Tiffany did one live stream on her channel making fun of me having a stroke. And Tiffany said, I don't believe she had a stroke. And Agent 19 did a live stream, and Tiffany came on the panel and went off on my son and went off on me, went off on Agent 19 and Bacon, and saying that we were lying about it. And she got into an altercation with my oldest son, who's 27 years old. And Tiffany knows all my kids. She does. And I was stunned at the way she went after my son. And that was just disgusting. It was disgusting. My son was the one that took care of me. He took care of me. He was so great. I've raised my kids right. They're really good kids. Anyway, I digress. So anyway, yesterday I went into Tracy's panel because somebody's in there using a sock account and they're threatening Tracy. I was like, oh God,
It was her.
And I guess Tiffany was on the panel at that point. And I came on and I clicked her link and I said, I'm not coming in your chat threatening you. I mean, if I have something to say, I'll say it on my account. And Tiffany started, apologizing.
That's not true. Katy uses socks all the time. She manipulates and she lies.
The way she talked to my son, and she didn't want to apologize about what she did to me for last.
Mind you, I asked her to apologize and move on. Instead, she doubles and triples down. Right, Katy?
11 months, She didn't say she was sorry to Agent 19. She didn't say she was sorry to Bacon. She didn't say she was sorry. She was just sorry about the way she talked to my son. I accepted her apology, but my son doesn't accept her apology because I'm his mom. He thought I was going to die. Everybody thought I was going to die. I was in the hospital. I had bleeding on my brain, Anyway, this person named Nixie, who's friends with Yaxley, they went off on me and accused me of stuff. And they're saying I'm a horrible fucking person because I don't like Becky Dean, because for the past couple of years, Becky Dean has been going after me for no reason.
Okay, Katy, again, you came at me for no reason. When I came back to YouTube, yes, the beef we had prior was over and done with. I'd left YouTube. You came back lying and spewing that I've been coming after you for 2 years. I haven't quit, yada, yada, yada. Katy, you're a fat liar.
I don't even talk about Becky Dean on my channel.
That's because you do it on Colleen's YouTube Love Story channel. And I've got every single video.
I mean, people who follow my channel, tell me how many videos I've made about Becky Dean. None, right? Because I don't care.
You've made about 6 or 7 with Colleen on Colleen's panel.
About her, But she was going on using my stuff from rehab, saying that when I was in a wheelchair, saying I was faking a stroke, and she was saying she's faking a stroke and stuff, and I had 2 strokes and I had cancer, and I was.
See how she lies? Well, I had 2 strokes and I had cancer, and I said she was faking it. I said I had a TIA, transient ischial attack, which is a mini stroke, and then a stroke, and I've never said I had cancer. But again, she said this in the other video too. The only person that runs with that is Colleen. Colleen of YouTube Love Story, Tacos, Cults, and Cats, Sugar Tacos, 4UTWO2C, The Universal Truth Project, Sourpuss Soap Opera, Our Lady of YouTube. Yeah, her. She said she can handle herself, but she can't. She always runs and gets other people and then uses them. And why Katy said she was going to get a protection order on me and get a FOIA request on me and pay for an attorney for Colleen to go at me. And then this is all lies. Katy, I'm going to put you in your spot. Hunka burning a whole lot of Rosie.
Offline for about 4 or 5 months, and I beat cancer, and I survived 2 strokes and stuff like that. So I had to put my medical records out and prove to James D and Tiffany and Becky and people like that I...
See, I wasn't even around when she was trying to... I said nothing to this woman when James D and Tiffany were saying that. And I don't even know... I know James D did. Because I watched James D. I don't even know the facts about Tiffany because I wasn't over there watching any of this. But now she's conveniently added me in. Again, James D said, well, I don't believe you had a stroke, Becky. I said, well, I don't care. He just smiled and went on because he knew then it didn't bother me. I could care less. But it bothered Katy to the point where she came out to prove it, sent it to James, tagged James, the whole works. It was mainly James that she was upset with. And this is who Colleen is upset with, is James. So That's why they both started coming at me, because I went up on James's panel 3 times. Yes. Yes, Katy. You lie. You're a chronic liar. You do no good out here. You've destroyed many people's lives. You've shot people down. Chronically, you've abused people on this internet for the past decade, body shaming them. And look at yourself. Look at how huge when your photo finally came out. Whole lot of Katy.
Did have a stroke. And even when I put my medical records out, they still said that I was lying about it. They still said I was lying about it. You know, back to the rehab picture thing. Tracy told me to remove that picture, and I didn't, because, you know, that was a part of my past. You know, this is I just wanted, you know, the where I was now and where I am currently, you know. But anyway, she was saying that she thought I got off too easy in this. There were different chats going on. I had a chat with Tracy, Trello, Yaxley, and myself were in a group chat together. And I guess they had another chat, and I guess Tracy was saying that she thought I got off too easy and stuff like that. And I guess my rehab picture was posted, and Yaxley got a hold of that picture as well. And it's weird because suddenly, out of like the past 3 years, Yaxley doesn't like Tiffany, but Tiffany was welcomed with open arms in Tracy's chat. She was getting along with Yaxley. She was getting along with...
I'm going to say this here. She wasn't welcomed with open arms. Many people were in there giving Tiffany hell, including that Yaxley, whom I've never spoke to. I don't know him. Pissin Excellence gave her hell. There was many accounts that came in there and gave her hell. The way you manipulate and twist things was pretty messed up. Now, since you've said this, they've talked quite a bit. But, and I still don't think they're all on good terms. But this is the old rhetoric. As soon as you're in a chat room, you're associated with them. This is what Terry Joyce does to me in regards to her video yesterday, where she sees that I'm typing in, oh, there's Andrea, oh, there's Gomez, so, oh, there's Menthol Man, so instantly they're all together. No, it doesn't work that way. But, you know, to some, the severe mentally ill, in my opinion, that's what they do.
You know, yeah. If it's, you know what I mean? Coincidence, you know, I think not, you know, but anyway. And Tiffany said in passing that Glenn got that rehab picture from an anonymous leak. And Tiffany said she had proof of that somebody sent that link to Glenn anonymously. And Glenn started posting it, and Tiffany started posting it. And the day before or something like that, there was a conversation that happened, and this is what I've been told. There's a conversation that happened that Tracy thought I got away with everything, whatever. She thought I got, you know, there was a discussion about that, and she was accusing me of running with Glenn and stuff like that. I've never had a conversation with Glenn. I don't even know Glenn. I've never had a live stream with Glenn. I've never emailed with Glenn. I don't give a shit about Glenn. You know, I guess Glenn got mad because Tracy and this guy was following the drama that I had with Tracy before I had a stroke, and he became invested in that drama when I had with Tracy and stuff like that. And he got really mad that Tracy and I had a truce, and we were not going. We never said we were friends, but we were not going after each other, you know. And I actually appreciated the fact that Tracy was so kind to me during that time. And I really do appreciate that. I thought that Tiffany would be compassionate, and I was stunned that actually Tracy was the one who was compassionate. Anyway, so my rehab picture got leaked and is being put everywhere, and Tiffany was going around with stock accounts, making fun of my weight and everything else. And nobody knew at the time that I had weight loss surgery. It was imperative that I had weight loss surgery because of my lifestyle changes. I was more than 100 pounds overweight. I was a heart attack away or stroke away from dying. So I did the weight loss surgery because...
Yes, most definitely. Way over 100 pounds overweight, in my opinion. Way over. Way over. So do a whole nother full body pic, or at least from the waist up, since you've met your goal weight. Must be one heck of a transformation.
Because, I need to get the weight off. And the weight came off really fast, actually. The problem is, because I had the weight loss surgery, I have problems with my stomach and my intestines now and all kinds, and I can't even keep food down. I'm losing weight I'm at my target weight. I have my target weight right now, but I can't not stop losing weight because the weight loss surgery does some severe damage to your internal organs, to your stomach. It's just, I've had numerous operations looking at my stomach, and I had scopes and stuff done because I can't even keep food down. And it's been...
Your voice is cracking right there. You're starting to feel pitiful for yourself. But I'm going to be very honest and stern with this. I don't feel any sympathy, empathy, nothing. Not ever after everything you've said and done. Not after, in my opinion, people have took their lives over you, Katy. Nothing. And I know somebody who's had weight loss surgery and have had the same issues with their stomach. It's quite common.
The nightmare, honestly. I would have rather been overweight than deal with this. I'm going to the gym every day.
What was that account you had? You will shed tears of scarlet. That was one of your sock accounts. Katy, shed tears of scarlet.
I know that Tracy's live stream came back calling me a fat pig, calling me disgusting, talking about my weight. Her live stream came to be about bashing me. Tiffany was on the panel, and this Nixie person and Yaxley and Tracy had conversations about the way I look. Basically, it was all actually horrible. They're calling me... Nixie was calling me a fat pig. She was saying, "You're a fucking pig. You're fucking disgusting. You're fucking just... I don't care if you lost weight. You still look fucking, awful. You're..." They basically they wanted to make me feel bad about myself, and I do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a human. I never came on saying that I was the best looking thing. I don't treat YouTube as a dating site. I don't. I'm a fucking human being, and I have feelings too. And this the Tracy's live stream.
You have feelings too? Aw. Are you shedding more tears of scarlet? Nothing. I feel nothing. And I don't care what Jonesy in there. You're just failed at trolling again. That's all you're doing. You run around and do the exact same thing to people. Yeah, you do. Including me, Jones. You do. But if I call it out, then you call me the perpetual victim. Right, Jones? Kiss my lily white ass, Jones.
She says she's against cyberbullying and everything else. Over the years, she says she's against cyberbullies and everything else. And I got cyberbullied the whole fucking live stream. People were coming in on sock accounts, mimicking my Baby Jane account and threatening her. And she was putting on the screen like, if she clicked the link, she knows that's actually not my account, but they wanted people to think that I was being a horrible person, and I wasn't. I went into her live stream and just tried to justify the way that I had weight loss surgery because it was a life or death situation, because I was 5 foot tall and I was so over.
Yeah, I will ban you and Jones out of here if you're just going to come in here to troll me. Because you guys abuse YouTubers all over the place. You guys lie and slander YouTubers. You call people pedophiles and Chomo supporters that aren't. All while you're hidden and being cowardly and pathetic. Hiding behind anonymous names.
Overweight, and it was causing problems. I needed to get the weight off. I did. It became about making me feel bad, calling me fat and ugly, saying I'm a horrible person because I'd said that I asked Becky D to prove that she had a stroke because she asked me to prove I had a stroke. But I became a bad person.
Yeah, I never asked you to prove it. Nor would I. Nobody has to prove that. Take it or leave it. It's YouTube. So you asking me to prove it? Do you think I would even? I find it pretty pathetic, anybody that would.
Saying I'm a horrible person because I'd said that I asked Becky D to prove that she had a stroke because she asked me to prove I had a stroke. But I became a bad person because I was doing to her what she did to me. Because she was saying that I faked a stroke. She was talking about her having a stroke and saying I faked it, and I proved that I had a stroke. And I said, well, show that you had a stroke too. And they were all, Kate's horrible because she asked Becky Dean to prove that she had a stroke. Becky Dean has been going after me for 2.5 years online. For 2.5 years. Becky Dean has been going after my little boy who's autistic.
You'll hear from Tracy later that this is one of the go-tos of Katy. Seems to be for Colleen too. They're going after my disabled children. Seems to be with that Clovis too. Using their people who use their kids as cannon fodder out here. It's old. I never went after her kid, nor would I. Complete and utter lies, the whole lot of it, Katy. And you know what? It's pathetic because nobody believes you. You have a few sympathizers, that's it. She's going after my best friend, age 19, saying that he's threatening to kill her and stuff. She's a fucking delusional, So anyway, they sit there and they chastise me because Becky Dean asked me to prove I had a stroke, and I proved that. You see how she had to throw in Agent 19? Old history. He's no longer on the internet. Nobody's brought him up, but she keeps bringing him up. Clout much, Katy? That I had a stroke, and James Dean wanted me to prove it, and Tiffany wanted me to prove it, and I proved it. And Becky Dean was saying she had a stroke, and I said, well, prove that you had a stroke. And I'm horrible. I'm fucking horrible, I guess. So that became them, talking about my weight, talking about the way I looked, and stuff like that. Talking about the way I think they think I'm a horrible fucking person. It is what it is. I'm sitting here thinking, why am I doing this to myself? These people obviously don't like me. They'll look for anything to go off on me for no reason. And it is what it is. These people are just. The last I talked to Tracy, she didn't like Tiffany, and now Tiffany's in her fold now, and Tiffany was going on saying that I was talking shit about Tracy in Charles' videos. I never ever talked shit about Tracy. I kept my truce, and I always did. And it became apparent that Tracy doesn't want to be in a truce with me, and this is why this live stream happened yesterday. And Tiffany was part of it, and she was saying, Katie's talking shit about you on Charles' videos. I said, prove it. And this is why you were in your fake Baby Jane account in there saying, fuck that truce. I know. I'm waiting, Tiffany. Show me the proof that I'm talking shit about Tracy on Charles' videos. You can't, because it never happened. In fact, I did several videos on my channel praising Tracy the way she treated me when I had a stroke. And I'm always going to be grateful for that. I didn't know if it was, I appreciated it at the time. And I thought it was real. I thought she was actually concerned about me. I didn't, Anyway, the past couple months, Tracy blocked me from YouTube chats. And I guess she's on Telegram or stuff like that. But I don't know if she's talking to on Telegram, but it's not me. I talk to Tacos on Telegram. That's it. But at one point in time, I used to talk to Tracy on there. But anyway, they was accusing in the background, I guess. Yaxie was going around saying, this is what I've been told what happened, that Yaxie was talking shit about me, and Tracy was thinking that I was working with Glenn. And I never worked with Glenn. And Tiffany Moser was in on the gaslighting of Glenn, and she was in on Glenn's, master plans to create havoc on our community. And Tiffany was in on
going after Yaxley, but everybody forgives what Tiffany does, right? You know, she was going around saying that this Tony guy and Yaxley were behind this ghost of meth theft accounts, and but that's all forgiven, right? So everything's forgiven. And another thing I want to address as well. This live stream I had yesterday with Tracy, it came up. Tiffany was making phone calls to my family, and Tracy did a live stream, open up live, showing Tiffany was the one that called my family. I was on panel with Tiffany, and Tiffany said, "I didn't do it. I didn't do it, Tracy." And Tracy's like, "Well, I didn't say." It was like, okay, I just want to know who, in fact, called my family, because Tracy did a live stream showing that Tiffany did, and Tiffany's saying she didn't do it. So who did it? Because I want to know who's calling my family. I mean, they had a conversation about calling CPS on me and stuff like that. I was so floored about that whole entire conversation. It was just like, what the fuck? I know I'm a naive person. I am maybe kind of gullible sometimes, but I believe in the goodness of people. When they say that they're going to stop doing that, I believe them. I do. Maybe that's being Kentucky in me. I don't know, but I believed in the good, and I thought that this thing with Tracy and me was over. Clearly, it's not over. I let it go, but she didn't let it go. And having people on her panel call me a fat, ugly pig, talking about my relationship with Agent 19, which is nobody's business. You don't know what's going on in my life. You don't have fucking clue. I was being called a desperado, and Agent 19 doesn't like me. He doesn't even like me at all. Bullshit. That man was with me every day when I had the stroke. He's with me every fucking day. When we're not, he lives in my state. I'm the only person who knows who he is. I've met him multiple times over the last 4 years. I know him better than anybody, and he knows me better than anybody. I do not, I'm sorry. You can say what you want to fucking say, but you're never going to come between me and Agent 19. It's never going to happen. He's my friend for life.
Yes, I've been on YouTube for years. Just because you say I'm victim LARPing, yeah, your mama, you're anonymous. I'm not victim LARPing. Katy's lying and I'm rebuttaling. You're failing. You and Jones are nothing but faceless trolls who get a rise out of trying to get under people's skin. Oh, except for Nicola and Scotty. Right? Yeah, your mama. The drunk lush. And the Mr. Drunk lush. You find it funny to go in on people's family members. You find it funny to do all the troll stuff you do. And now you're going to come over here and troll me. I haven't been a victim since I figured out all the stuff with the protection order. Many a years. And you two are now going to get banned out of here because, well, you don't reserve that right to type in here. Because what? Clicks and view mean everything to me, right? I wouldn't monetize if I could. It means nothing to me. Otherwise, I'd keep to one channel and get subs up on one of them. You guys fell at every single corner. Yet y'all, your mamas, got the big old crush on Cola, the Toronto drunk, and Mr. Jones can't get enough of Angela G. Why, I've got one of the few that's got a recording of Mr. Jones's voice because he's hot for Angela G. Now get it all in there. Get as many strokes in there that you want, Mr. Jones, Since you know you're getting ready to get banned, say stroke a few more times because it's failing. I'm simply not in the mood to deal with the two cowards who can't say their true names and be in their own true skin. Must say a lot for what you two look like. Why don't you go back over to the abusive live stream of Scott's? Now, aren't you glad I unbanned you too, just to ban you again? All the animals are very good today, Mental Man.
I just cannot believe that the things they were saying about me, saying I stalk people's kids. I've never ever stalked anybody's kids. I would never do that. Show me the proof where I'm going after people's kids. You can't find it because it never happened.
Well, I beg to differ. Not mine, but I beg to differ. More on that later.
Show me proof that I'm a racist. They gave Tracy gave me the name, and Tiffany gave me the name Katy. Show me the proof of where I've been, racist to anybody. It's never happened. I've never been that way. I have my nieces are mixed race. My brother-in-law. I have an uncle.
Oh, so is Scotty and all them gonna call out what? Her nieces are mixed race. Your brother, blah 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 blah. Whatever, Katy.
It's mixed race. I have cousins that are black. I would never go around saying horrible things about people's religions or their skin colors. This is not me. This is never going to be me.
Okay, Colleen. Oh. I mean Katy. I mean Colleen. I mean Katy.
I'm the kind of person that supports the LGBTQ community. I do. I believe people should love who they want to love. I know that I have friends in here that I love and care about, and they disagree with me politically, because I'm a liberal and they're not, and and I love my friends. I always I love my friends, and I always stand by my friends, But anyway, the things that were said about me was just unreal. I remember they called CPS on me, and they were claiming that Tiffany was the one that called and said that I was tying my son up into closets, and it caused his autism.
From my understanding, and that was talked about on the show where I wouldn't weigh in, no, it was not her that called.
And I was not feeding him, she said, and I was like, tying him to the bed or something like that. She was saying,
you are desperate. You are pulling everything out of your hat for this one, aren't you? The emotional strings. And nothing, Katy. Nothing, Katy.
And they did live streams because they could hear my son, who's on nonverbal autistic, in the background playing. And they were saying that I was abusing my son because they could hear him in the background. And they did several live streams accusing me of being a bad mother and I've never had my kids taken from me. And they called CPS, and it was unsubstantiated, but they called CPS on me twice.
I disagreed with what you did. Same way with that other woman who adopted her grandgirls did. Ranting and raving out here on YouTube, 1, 2 in the morning. Kids, little ones in the house. You could clearly hear yours in the background. It's being a bad mother. That's my opinion. I have a right to it. Over and over and over again. Putting all the medical history out here. Over and over and over again. Using it as an emotional tag to get to people. Disgusting.
Saying that I was an unfit parent and didn't find it. My house is clean and my kids taken care of, and And Tiffany Moser was in on it because somebody called CPS on her and she was blaming me for that. That's why she decided to call my family, because she says I was making her life a living hell.
And I heard this on the stream yesterday, too. She never contacted your family, but you have hers. And no, I'm not white knighting for Katy. For Tiffany. Last time before I left the internet, Tiffany was trolling me about some little turtle I found out in our garden. It was not mean trolling. She was asking me if I fed my turtle or go take care of my turtle. And Becky, is your bedazzler broken? It was like hilarious and funny. But no, Katy, you actually contact family. You do.
And I stand up for myself. I'm not going to make any apologies for that. You know, I was in Tracy's chat and Tiffany was like, I guess Yaxley and Tracy and Nixie are good friends with Tiffany now, I guess. I don't know. And Tiffany was saying, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. And I'll leave you alone. Just leave me alone. And I said, okay, fine. And didn't say anything. And she was the whole entire time talking shit about me on the panel and in the chats. And I'm supposed to say nothing?
I was there. Man, can Katy tell any truth? Literally. Tiffany said nothing mean towards Katy. All she kept asking for was an apology, or she apologized. Heck, Tiffany even apologized to Katy and said, let's just move on. No, she was not. The only two people that talked mean about Katy was Nixie and myself. And she took it out on Pissin Excellence because we went on Pissin Excellence panel. Katy, this is well deserved by you. Man, you lie constantly. Do you not think people keep history? Watch these. Hold on, let me answer him back. Thank you, mental man. I muted myself out. Okay. In the comment section over there, who do you have? Let's do a Terry. Let's do a Katy. Why, you got Colleen and you got Clovis and Carrie So Very. All the ones around Colleen and Clovis. All the ones that have used disabled children or grandchildren as cannon fodder, has weaponized them, has lied and said people's attacking them when they're not, when they're bringing up the parent. Exact same thing. Clovis says, you got this. You don't bear the evil that they say. Well, yeah, you can call it evil. You can call it dark. You can call it whatever. It's clear. You guys all do the same exact things. And nobody at least I don't, have an ounce of sympathy or empathy. I'm going to start this off on speed 1. The audio on this is real low, so I don't know if you'll be able to hear. But this is Katy fat shaming. When she had her appearance hidden for a decade. Right, Katy?
Bring your fat fucking ass on the panel, fucking guard us. Fat fucking ass on the panel, fucking guard us. Fucking ass on the panel, fucking guard us.
Bring your fat fucking ass up on the panel, you fucking lard ass. Aw, KD.
Why don't you bring your fat fucking ass on the panel, fucking guard us.
I'm not expecting many people to be watching, but I'm sure you are, Fatty. Oh, dear God. But you'll all be watching it later. So this is a quick one. We're going to cover Chang. Now I can... Yes, so do I. I have all the videos.
I disagree with Tracy on the point that I would never say I don't believe Chang killed himself. I do believe it, and I wouldn't question anything like that or a stroke or anything. If it comes out that someone's faked something, well, that's on them. But if they haven't, I would never accuse someone of faking something like that and then have to bite down because it was truth. Kind of like how I never accused you, Katy, of faking your stroke or needing to prove it. But supposedly this Chang killed himself. And we'll go from there. Katy claims him to be a friend, but she trolled him big time with her husband, Phil, her ex-husband. From my understanding, he's an alleged pedophile. Yes. Right, Katy?
You see, I actually deleted my Pissin Excellence channel. But lucky for me, every video I ever made, and 90% of my live streams, which I had started downloading because Katy had started flagging, actually automatically uploaded to my OneDrive. And I only just noticed now when I went in there that I have everything. So that was just a little bit of a fluffer. So we're going to talk about Chang. I don't want to do this later with, and I'm going to be speaking fast, so you probably won't want to speed this one up too much. I don't want to do this live talk about this in the live later with the Chang situation with Yaxley, because what we're going to be doing later, because we're going to be live, me, Yaxley, potentially Nixie, we're going to be going over some current stuff and going through whatever, but we don't want to go back and forth with the Chang thing. Now, this is one of Katy's favourite tactics. I'm going to explain Katy now, just like the days how I used to explain Tiffany. Hello, Tiffany, in my chat. Mind I don't make you a moderator and cause you all kinds of shit. Ooh, just imagine. Anyway, Katy, right. Katy's tactic is this. The minute that Katy is nearly caught out or she's caused herself a bit much of a problem, Katy has two go-tos. The first go-to is they stalked my kids. My family's been stalked for fucking a decade. Yeah. That's her favourite go-to. Another of her favourite go-tos is Chang. Now, if anybody else brings up Chang, because she's got a guilty conscience, she will say, why don't you leave the poor man alone? Now, I am in with leave the poor man alone. But if the man is already out on the table, it doesn't hurt if I dine a little bit, does it? So, right, this is going to be a bit, I'm going to do it as fast as I can because it's fucking tedious. So, the first time when I came onto YouTube, I was friends with Chang 13A, Hammer the Cook, the Bubba Effect, a couple of others. I was arguing with the Smileys. I hadn't come for the Smileys, they came for me. Now, I was arguing with a woman called Annie White, who was a fucking racist fucker. Now, that cunt is going after my kids because my kid is mixed race. She's saying that it fucking got the colour of dog shit and all of these things. Now, Phil, who went on to be Katy's husband, got that, this is going to be a hard one to follow. Phil, who Katy later married, was actually in a relationship online with a woman called Natasha. Now, when Katy came into the group, Katy becomes jealous of Natasha. And guess what? Natasha has to go. So she starts recording Natasha behind her back, shit stirring in the group, and Natasha gets ousted. She then is in pursuit of Phil. Now, Phil was a horrible troll and he was evil, and I mean there is nothing he would not do. I've seen a man with a scalpel held to his face, to his neck, saying, if you don't fucking shut up, and screaming, crying, if you don't shut up, I'm going to cut my fucking throat. And her husband, the man who fathered her fucking child, is in the live stream fucking baiting the fuck out of it, wouldn't stop. So Katy now has to make a name for herself in the group. She's a late comer, so what does she do? She comes after me. But I can't comprehend that there would be some obese woman in Kentucky just randomly picking a fight with me, someone she didn't know, but she starts stalking my kid. Now, my daughter was 15 years of age. Katy photoshopped her as a monkey. I don't know why she picked monkey, because she's not racist, surely not after she's been calling all these people fucking Nazis. Nah, no, not Katy, eh? So, then what happens is, they're attacking the Pam fucking Chang. Chang then gets doxxed by the Schweizers, and it was hardcore. 3 weeks. I remember the fucking channel with him as a fairground man. So Chang disappears for 6 months. When Chang comes back, he comes to me and he says, and I showed the messages, they've been shown, I'm not going to show them, but they've been shown, they're probably still out there somewhere. If you're not interested, don't look for them. Chang then messages me and says, listen, I know that we were friends, but I'm telling you, I joined up with them. If you keep going and answering them, I'm going to have to troll the fuck out of you. I don't want to. Please fuck off and let them win. And I said, Chang, you fucking can do your fucking thing, but I ain't going to be backing down to none of them. You do what you've got to do, Chang. Now, so Chang then starts to attack me. And Chang starts doing everything that they basically want him to do. This is all live recorded. People have seen it. Everybody knows what's happening. So Chang now is being used by Katy and Phil. Chang then confides in Katy and Phil on the phone with Pamela Cook that he had been sexually abused as a child. Katy says Phil recorded him. But remember, there's somebody who has history of recording people. You've heard her in her own words saying to Tiffany, I recorded every word. I got everything. I believe it was her, but let's pretend it was her husband who went on to father her child. They then dish out the audio, and all various people are running with it. Ken Rice, most notably, because he's the only one I can think of in my head. Then Chang makes a video. The last 2 videos he ever made. He references Phil Bianco, which is Katy's husband, and he even mentions Katy in the video. That's his last but one video. But his last video was busting out the fact that guilty as fuck. They all go and smash their fucking hard drives. These are all facts. But Katy knows that I know the truth. Now, yes, me and Chang were fighting. I just told you. He came to me and said, listen, if you answer those people, I'm going to attack you. So I said, do what you've got to do. And me and Chang did have a back and forth. But the fact that Katy, and I showed the video last night, and I think we're going to see it again now, because we've got 5 videos, and then we're going to be going back to current affairs later week, actually. Now I've lost my train of thought. The fact that Katy was saying to Chang, 24 days before he offed himself, or faked it, whatever way you want to go, 24 days before, Katy was saying, your alliance with Tracy means that I'm going to destroy you. Now, why, if I was fighting with Chang, would Katy be saying to him, your alliance with Tracy, okay? So, on that note, that's what happened. Once Chang had offed himself or whatever he did, Katy then tries to run the narrative of, we were friends. She wants to forget that he was recording. And you can listen to the fucking lies. Now, this is one of the tactics Katy does. Katy is a chronic liar. Now, isn't it funny that a week ago, and only 2 days ago, I'm not going to fight with Tracy. Tracy was kind to me. Why would she want to snuggle up to me if I'm the person she's now trying to say I am? Or is it that you can't listen to what Katy says? Because Katy will say whatever she feels will further her her thing. So let's not listen to me. Now, I could play you people in her inner circle discussing about Chang. But if they're not involving themselves, so let's go to the first. No, not that one. No, we've only got 3 that are relevant. Well, first of all, I want to play this video, which shows how this is a Trump rules video. Thank you, Sola, for that. I want to show how Katy will use things to her advantage. For example, if she gets caught lying by somebody called Nixie on my channel, and she is asked, go and find where Tiffany told you about Luffy's, Katy will then go and create some of the drama, and this is what this is. Because she wants everybody to forget that she was called out live to prove that her and Tiffany, that she had that audio, because she claims that she had it. This is just smoke up your ass. Katy will say whatever she needs to say for her thing. So let's listen to this one, and then I'll give a little explanation and go on the next one.
Well,
These are videos that even though it's talking,
previously,
you need to look at the screen because there's details on there. But basically, this one is going to show you what she said in 2016 and who she accused, and what she then said several years later about.
Okay, so there's on this one, there's stuff typed on the screen. Could show my cam, but well, let me see here.
The same story. So it's the same story told 7 years apart. There's your explanation. Katy telling the same hackneyed fucking script 7 years apart.
my son is hearing impaired, and I had told Pam about it. And Pam and the Boohoo crew, well, it was mainly the Boohoo affected Pam. They went around saying God was punishing me because I was a terrible person. That's why my son was deaf. And they were making fun of my child. And they put his face on some troll, and they put hearing aids and said, Mommy, I can hear you trolling, like all these memes and just really fucked up shit. Mm-hmm. And Pam sent me a message, and she says, I'm not going to stop until you kill yourself. That's what she told me. Wow. Well, she's been saying, like the woman has been giving me steady death threats for like 5 years straight. Mm-hmm. It's insane. So I asked Tracy, I was like, back in 2018, I said, what is your end game? What is it you want from me? What is going to make you stop accusing me of things you know I haven't done? You know that's not me in that video. You know I'm not Mona Lisa. You know I didn't kill Chen. She says, it ends when you kill yourself. Her exact words. And yet she calls me a suicide troll. She says, it ends when you kill yourself. That is her exact words.
Well, I'm going to say it right now, and I know it's not going to be a popular thing to say, but I'm going to say this right now. It ends for me when nature takes its course on your decrepit and horrible ass, Tracy. I don't want you to do it to yourself.
Yeah.
I want you to live. I don't want you to suffer until the very end, until that last cell dies. And I want you to feel it. Does that make me a horrible person?
No, I feel that way too when I think of like all of the shit she's done to my.
So why should you have any sympathy for Katy, huh? When that's how her and Enos were with everybody else.
Family, the stuff she did to my mom, my sister, the contact with my family.
She lives to make other people miserable. She gets joy out of other people's suffering. I'm sorry. There's no place in a civilized society for you, Tracy. And there's no room for empathy for you. I have no empathy for you, Tracy.
Pam sent me a message and she says, I'm not going to stop until you kill yourself. I'm not going to stop until you kill yourself. I'm not going to stop until you kill yourself. I asked Tracy, I was like, back in 2018, I said, what is your end game? What is it you want from me? And she says, it ends when you kill yourself. It ends when you kill yourself. It ends when you kill yourself. So I asked Tracy, I was like, back in 2018, I said, what is your end game? What is it you want from me? What is going to make you stop accusing me of things you know I haven't done? You know that's not me in that video. You know I'm not Mona Lisa. You know I didn't kill Chen. She says, it ends when you kill yourself. Her exact words. And yet she calls me a suicide troll. She says it ends when you kill yourself. That is her exact words.
Well, I'm going to say right now, and I know this is not to be a popular thing to say, but I'm going to say this right now. It ends for me when nature takes its course on your decrepit and horrible ass, Tracy. I don't want you to do it to yourself.
Yeah.
I want you to live. I don't want you to suffer until the very end, until that last cell dies. And I want you to feel it. Does that make me a horrible person?
No, I feel that way too when I think of like all of the shit she's done to my family, the stuff she did to my mom, my sister, the contact with my family.
She lives to make other people miserable. She gets joy out of other people's suffering. I'm sorry. There's no place in a civilized society for you, Tracy, and there's no room for empathy for you. I have no empathy for you, Tracy.
So that's Katy. Using a Tiffany sock.
Right now on the screen is messages to Tiffany. This is just so you get the taste of real Katy, not the one who's caught out and now taking advantage of a stroke that she seems fully recovered from. Katy, if you killed yourself, you would be doing a favour to your kids. It saves the embarrassment of having to live you down. Your mother and sister hate you. This is a message to Katy. To Tiffany by Katy. So in that video, you just heard her in 2018 say that Pamela Cook was saying the same things that I need to get accused of saying. Now here's the thing. What's the chances of Katy being unfortunate enough that two people she argues with 7 years apart happen to say the exact same thing? This is a script. This is how Katy plays. You see, she knew she had fucked up with Tiffany and Co and Penny and fucking Jane. So yes, she had a stroke. There is no doubt that she had a stroke. Okay. But as you can hear, when other people are ill, Katy's wishing them dead and things. So then you have to think, well, maybe that stroke, now and again, shit happens for a reason, eh? Fact. So what Katy does is when you displease her, she will blackmail you and threaten you, which brings me on to my next point. Imagine being Agent 19, who is desperate to keep his identity down. And I'm glad I haven't got to pretend with fucking Frank anymore. I was only having to do that as a fucking courtesy to Katy. Hi, Frank. Yeah, we're going there again. Thank Katy for it, by the way. What was I going to say? Look, you imagine being Kate Frank. Now, you can see what happened. Because I didn't want to be her trolling partner, and I left the group and kind of left her and troll up to it. And because she couldn't get her way and shit the Yaxley out of the group, because that's basically what she was doing, because she couldn't get away with that, what she then does is turn on me and start bringing up these things. Because it's all tactics. She really don't give a fuck. Those videos are made 7 years apart. Katy hasn't even changed her script. It's a default setting. Now, yes, sorry, I'm gone down to reading comments, which is never good for me, but I'm nearly there now. Oh, they're fucking all, look at that. There are these various people that you don't see around, and then they're all around. I have to... Katy will use... what Katy does is...
Give me 1 second, folks. Okay, sorry. Runny nose.
She's an evil cunt to me, you know, when you think about it, and people end up where you're scared to leave her. You can see what's happened to me. Because I've rebuffed her and I allowed Tiffany into my stream, she goes on a mad one and decides she wants war with me. Suits me fine. I was missing fucking you up. It's one of my favourite things to do, Katy, because of the history of you, Katy, which we're going to relay, Katy. I would ignore most people. I ain't going to ignore you. I don't think you should be continually getting away with the shit that you get away with. You used the stroke as a way, and that's exactly what you did. You used it to earn your way in the verse, to have sympathy, and we gave you sympathy, more sympathy than you gave for anyone else. The Chan stuff is sad, but you know yourself, Dr. Descent. You know, because you were there and you were all part of that circle. You were in the circle. You might not have been directly in the circle, but you were in the circles. We all were. And you fucking know who recorded Chan, and I fucking know who recorded Chan. And we all know that Chan and Katy weren't on good terms when he died, because 24 days before, she was threatening him for speaking to me. So unless they suddenly made friends in the 20...
So 24 days before he died. Right, Katy? Didn't you also lie and said he was live on air when he shot himself and his feet went up in the air and all this? Can't you, like, let him RIP? Do you always got to use them like you do anus? Like you do your kids? Like you're now doing to your stroke?
24 fucking days after that video, but after that's 24 days after his victim stopped being ashamed, where he busts Katy and Phil out, unless they made friends. But then why wouldn't Chan have removed that video? Surely. Anyway, that's that one. So now we're going to go to, oh, this is one of my favourites. So that you fully understand what kind of a person Katy is. Once you end up in a relationship with Katy, whatever kind of relationship it is, if you don't make time for her, or she feels scorned, or that you're not being a good enough friend, whatever it is, she will fucking turn on you. She's fucking... Now, imagine being Frank, Agent 19. We'll call him Agent 19 because otherwise nobody will know what I'm talking about. Imagine being Agent 19. You've met this woman because you know... Now, I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound horrible, but I'm in a rush, and I'm a bit speedy because I'm in a rush, and I want to go out and do other things and go fucking shopping, but I also want to get this out of the way so we don't fuck up mine and Yaxley's life later. Okay. When Trollope found Katy had a stroke, and Trollope presented it to me that morning and said...
This video is titled, Agent 19, Monty exposed Katy for attacking her own children on Facebook. Lies wide open, 2015.
Look, you're going to be mind blown. Look what I found. She has had a stroke, but look, and this is the one who was calling you fatty and lard ass and saying you wore a girdle. And I went and looked, and I come back and I kept saying, oh my God, oh my God. And I said, Trollope, listen, I ain't enjoying this. I thought, oh, you know, I always thought that I'd be glad of it, but fuck. So, you want me to be truthful, don't you, and candid, yeah? Or do you want me to give you the bullshit version? Nah, I think I'll go for the candid, okay? We both agreed. Trollope said to me, go and tell her to get that down. We need that as our ace card. That, not only Trollope was saying it, I was saying it too. Well, we're the only people who have that image, we're safe. We didn't want the image going to anyone. We didn't want anyone else getting it, not Glenn, not anyone. And that never changed because we knew once that photograph was out that Katy would have nothing to lose to stab us in the back. That was our safety net. Yeah.
Okay, they're talking about her photo that I've shown. And Katy, I don't talk with Glenn. I don't talk with nobody over there. None of them. So I didn't give this photo to Glenn. You can quit lying about that. When Glenn put it up, I took it off his public stream. He took it right back down, but I already had it.
Actually, am I lying? Did we all say, well, we got the only people with that photo, let's protect it? That's why Trollope told me to go and tell Katy to get it down. We didn't want anyone else to have it. We weren't going to use it ourselves, but we wanted Katy to know that we had it and that if she backstabbed us, it would be in her interest. Those are the facts. We were all singing from the same song sheet. I'm sorry to tell you, I was gutted when Glenn found it. I went straight in the chat and said, listen, we're fucked. Our ace card is gone. Now she's got nothing to lose. Now this is where it's going to kick off. All right, there we go. That was months ago. Okay.
So Tracy's basically admitting that they had that photo. They didn't want it out because it was their ace in the hole. They were going to use it on Katy to keep her in line, basically. When they then found out Glenn had it, they knew that couldn't work.
Sorry for her. My first words were, "Oh fuck, man," and I don't care now that what she's been saying. I feel sorry for her. But that's, remember, at that point she's acting all doing like she can't speak and all that. She probably couldn't. I'm not saying she was totally acting, but she certainly was using it. She seems to have had a great recovery, and she's back to it and making cartoons and all over the place. So fuck it. You know what? I had cancer. Does that give me a get out of jail card free? Please go on. So anyway, let's play the video. No, I remember why I was waffling. Imagine being Frank. I'm telling you, we were scared shitless of being stabbed in the back by her. But we felt that while we were the only ones who knew about the photo, she wouldn't stab us in the back. We were gutted when the photo came public. We absolutely shit ourselves and said, "Oh, fucking hell, this is weird. No longer got an ace card." So the reason I'm saying that, imagine being Agent 19 and you go and meet Katy at the hospital, which I believe is the first time he ever seen Katy, if I'm honest. But anyway,
I'm holding this as I'm
that he feels safe
doing things, guys. So
they both have a secret on each other. He knows that she is grossly overweight and how she really looks when she's not refacing with her daughter's pictures, and she knows who he is. Okay. Now picture him now that he has no secret on Katy. You imagine. You can see the dance I'm having with her. Imagine if Agent didn't want to speak to her again. Imagine if Agent said, "Hey, I'm sick of this trolling and I want out." Can you imagine? Can you? I can't. Anyway, let's play this video. Now, this is Agent 19 before Katy had him over a barrel, okay? This is a very old audio talking about Katy. This is her busy mate, Agent 19, at the Frank fucking Jardim.
You ever heard the concept of smell the fellow? Yeah. If you're going around calling everybody a pedophile, chances are you're probably a pedophile. You're thinking about it too much. All right.
Most people only know how to put down and insult, like they're projecting outward.
Yeah, and let's look at Katy too, because there's a Katy individual that's been around for a long time doing this pedophile garbage, right? She was married to a police officer in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. His name was, who was arrested for having shot on his computer while she was married to the man. Yeah, he was a sheriff.
yeah, let's keep this on 1.0. This is Katy's ex-husband. I think the father of her children. Yeah, had child pornography. This is Monty on the left and Agent 19 on the right, supposedly.
Like they're projecting outward.
Yeah, and let's look at Katy too, because there's a Katy individual that's been around for a long time doing this pedophile garbage, right? She was married to a police officer in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. His name was, who was arrested for having shot on his computer while she was married to the man. Yeah, he was the sheriff too, by the way. Yeah. So here she was living with a pedophile who had child pornography on his computer at home, in the home that she lived in with him. And he was convicted of this. Yeah, he was convicted of it. And she's the one going around calling people pedophiles. Well, you see,
Convicted pedophile, Katy.
Well, hold on. What is really strange about that? About 3 years ago, she was accusing certain individuals of going on her Facebook and harassing her children. Well, it was found out later that it was herself harassing her own children to blame on others. Oh, it's outrageous. It's just unreal.
This is coming from Monty and Agent 19. She always uses them for clout.
I mean, that's sick. That's somebody that needs to be in a mental home. How could you do that to your own children? Going on her Facebook and harassing her children. Well, it was found out later that it was herself harassing her own children to blame on others. Oh, it's outrageous. It's just unreal. I mean, that's sick. That's somebody that needs to be in a mental home. How could you do that to your own children? It's disgusting. Truly. That's outrageous. I mean, that's not a conspiracy. That's a fact.
That's a fact. These people, I don't think that these people, they may be mentally ill.
I don't care if they are or not.
I think, to be honest with you, Monty, I think the truth of the matter is when it comes to those people, they're just pieces of trash. They're just scumbag. They're garbage. They're sick, demented people.
Hold on, folks. My husband's walking back in.
After I eat, I'll cut grass.
Okay. Yeah, I'll eat right now, too. I can eat while I do this.
Agent 19 and Katy.
Yeah, now Agent 19 and Katy are friends. Huh. Go figure. After they busted her out. Trolling and attacking her own children.
Sick, demented people. How fucking funny is that? It cracks me up. Do you know what? I'm kind of grateful because I said to Troller, I think it was about maybe 2-3 months ago, I fucking miss kicking the shit at her. I do think I said, look.
There's going to be some background noise, guys. If you can't hear, let me know and I'll pause out and wait. Yep, lots of receipts.
The fuckers got off with it, like, look at the running around now throwing evidence and using us for cover and using the smoke when I did that. I did say that. And do you think Trollope said, you naughty girl, don't you speak like that about Katy ever again? Or Tracy? No, not our Katy. Do you know what I mean? Fuck off, I didn't even keep it real. It is what it is. But yeah, she's a sick, demented person. But you don't be getting this for the weekend. Here's the funny bit. I normally am on a protest on the weekend. So this weekend I had nothing better
This
to
is
do.
like I say, Katy thinks that people forget the history, that people don't record and keep the history. I've got on everything that people were going at me, and obviously this woman has it on Katy because Katy was going at her.
And the weather ain't fucking glorious. It's overcast and miserable. So, you know, and I'm not prepared to let Katy, I'm not prepared to give her an inch and let her take a mile. Just because I didn't want nothing to do with her. Look how she then decides she don't want us to go to war. Katy thinks that I haven't got all the shit I've got. She thinks that, you know, a fucking librarian. Look, I had the same shit. I had my own shit. I now realise Trollope was milk dating milking me. The laugh is, we dated milk people together, me and Trollope, but I never thought that he was dating milking me. But hey ho, horses for courses. I know better now, no way. And if you'll do it to me, fuck, you know. Anyway, so that's that one. We're going to be having a lot more of these, but they won't be. So that was just to show what kind of. We've done that one. A later story, later changed to me. Fucking hell. Right, okay. This is a video that Trollope made. So to go back in time so that you understand the concept. My channel is called Shannon Finney, okay? And it wasn't my main channel, it was one of my side channels. So my channel is Shannon Finney. And Boohoo has told me, because what happened is, I was friends with Boohoo, and then Katy and Boohoo made friends, and Boohoo started to attack me. But then Katy recorded Boohoo and posted the recording online, and Boohoo lost his shit and then started sharing everything she had said. Now, one of the things she told Boohoo was that she was there when Chang committed suicide, okay? So Boohoo tells me, and I say, oh, copy and paste what she said so I can add the actual words. So Boohoo said, yeah, no worries. Boohoo then sends me the copy and pasted message from Katy. I then go and post it on to my Shannon Finney account. Now, what happens is on Google, the first 5 lines are visible of what you say. But if you want to read the whole comment, you have to press on the 3 little dots and then the full comment drops down. So what happens is on my post, you only see me quoting Katy, Chan stuff the revolver.
Good day, Diana.
And then fell off the chair backwards or words to that effect. But she doesn't expand it, and then she says, look, Tracy's admitted that she saw Chan die. Now remember, I'm quoting her confession to Boohoo. Now, had she pressed those 3 dots, you'd have seen me say, quote from Katy Childers, Mrs. Anonymous Dick, to the Boohoo effect. Okay? But she only shows partial, so this is the video Boohoo busted her out on.
Okay, hold on, folks. I'll screen share. So, Mr. Anonymous Dick is Phil, her ex-husband, and Mrs. Anonymous Dick is her. Or maybe it's just audio. I don't know.
Change it over Katy's voice in this video. I don't know why that was done. But Trollope put her voice changer over her voice. This is Katy you're hearing at the start, okay? And this is a Trollope video, a Boohoo video that Trollope has ripped. Imagine the collection. Fucking God, don't be thinking about it. Anyway.
So she was claiming that it must have been a prank. Here she is basically admitting that she supposedly witnessed William, aka Chang 13A, committing suicide. We hear her say, and Paul will say, supposedly I was responsible, even though Chang has never gone after me. His Adam Millset channel is up, and he talks about Cheryl and has a video called British Hypocrisy, and he goes after Tracy all over and calls her Cheryl Tracy, makes fun of the fact that she had a relationship with Peter. She was catfishing. This is all on his Adam Millset channel, still up to this day. But this woman wants everybody to think he had some issue with me, which he didn't. She wants everybody to believe that I supposedly recorded him and never did. Where's this recording? She's never been able to produce this recording. She says this recording exists, but yet she's never produced anything. So here she is saying that she basically watched him fall back out of his.
Can I just say, everybody went into panic mode when Chan committed suicide. Wow, the people who were bullying him certainly went into panic. They all disappeared for months on end, came back in slogs and tried to hide. But they all smashed their fucking hard drives off. That's a goddamn fact. One of them has actually blatantly said it. Look, we all fucked off and smashed our hard drives. They shit themselves. But anybody who had the audio, see, this was all over an audio of Chan saying how his father had fucked him when he was washing the dishes, basically. So Chan was scared that audio was going to get back to his family and he would be ostracized. So Chan had to come up with a way to get everybody to get rid of the audio. A lot of people were posting the audio. I'm not going to name them because it's not relevant to the video. But it was Katy and Phil who recorded it.
You guys have to put up with me eating with one hand, holding this, and balancing the laptop too. I'm doing 3 things at once.
Well, what happened is, anybody who had that recording, nobody would dare touch it. Who would want to touch it? Nobody. So Katy knows that all the copies of that audio ended up smashed up and thrown in the river because they were the fuckers who smashed it up and threw it in the river. Isn't that right, Katy? Me and Boohoo and people like us, we weren't touching the audio. But anyway, that's just a little sideline into that video.
His suit and claimed that he supposedly pulled the watched him pull the trigger. This is Tracy claiming she witnessed his death. And this fucking crackheaded woman tried to claim that I supposedly witnessed it, but here she is saying she did. And she's talking about she pulled the trigger. This is.
See how it's an incomplete comment? She hasn't pressed the 4 dots. She's fucked up there and shown the 4 dots. In a minute, she goes back and she don't want you to see them. If she'd have pressed on the 4 dots, I make it plain that I'm quoting Katy Childers' exact fucking words.
This is Tracy claiming she witnessed his death. And this fucking crackheaded woman tried to claim that I supposedly witnessed it, but here she is saying she did. And she's talking about it like she was there. So let that sink in, guys. This woman is nothing but a habitual and pathological liar. This woman is, and she's talking about it like she was there.
So if you watch, you can see the
So,
the dots where it busts Katy out to this Katy's account. And go back right here.
Fucking words.
This is Tracy claiming she witnessed his death. And this fucking crackheaded woman tried to claim that I supposedly witnessed it, but here she is saying
right
she
there.
did. And she's talking about it like she was there. So let that sink in, guys. This woman is nothing but a habitual and pathological liar. This woman is a psychopathic sociopath that targets people's children. She likes to bully kids online. She gets off on it. She thinks it's funny. And she makes up lies about people. She'll go live and she'll spout out the most hideous bullshit, but she never backs any of it up with any evidence. You get
From my understanding, it was Katy who bullied Pissin Excellence daughter.
to see how she really behaves. This is who she really is. And ladies and gentlemen, I present you the Shannon Benny account. You have a good day.
Yes, the Boo effect here. This video is in response to Katy's latest assertion that UK Troll is now stating as fact through this comment that she supposedly stated to myself that she was present at Chang 13A's blog TV show the day Chang allegedly committed suicide on this show of his in front of her, that being UK Troll and others. Now, let's just take a listen to Katy's own voice and see exactly what she's saying in this area.
Okay, came on to make this video to point out a pretty disturbing post that I came across, and I just came across this post. The Shannon Finney account of Tracy. And she writes about Chang. She writes, he was holding a revolver, not a semi-automatic. There were two different gun types. They pulled the trigger right in front of everybody due to the pressure of the blast. It knocked Chang backwards off his feet, and only his feet was pointing in the air in full view of the camera. That is why everyone was so silent after it all happened. Most of them were there provoking him. Okay. First off, Chang's friends, the Smileys, didn't find out about his death until his cousin came on and announced it. And that was several weeks after Chang passed away.
Okay, first off, it looks like the screen cap of this comment by UK Troll Channel is cut off at the beginning. So let's just go by the contents itself and comment on it. I was the one who stated the context of this comment. Yes, those are my words, my expressions. I told that to UK Troll. She's merely reciting what I told her. Here's the thing, though. This comment has a timestamp of 127 weeks ago. That's roughly 2.5 years ago. Now, Katy cannot claim that this is the first time, the very first time that she saw this comment about this so-called breaking piece of evidence of some comment that UK Troll was reciting what I had told her. Now, here's the question. How did I find out? How did I know such details about what Chang did the day he killed himself? Who told me? Catherine, on a Skype call. That's how I knew about those details. Now, let's just listen in on Katy's story a little bit more.
Now, the reason I'm making this video is because Tracy, the Boohoo Effect, have been two of the very main people who've accused me of murdering my friend. And they do this because they tormented him and tortured him. And naturally, because they're obsessed with me, they blame everything on me. Everything is always my fault. The reason I'm putting this out there is because this is a pretty disturbing post. And the fact that she puts this out there, and then her and the Boohoo Effect still maintain and spin some tale claiming that I did all these things to Chang while they were clearly there when he committed suicide. She has details of things that I've never heard before.
Okay, now, here, Katy is starting to sound a little nervous in her voice, isn't she? Here she's trying to utter out this obvious, conjured up story that had come upon suddenly in this epiphany of hers a whole 127 weeks later, 2.5 years ago. Katy, you...
There's a reason why Katy had to wait 127 fucking weeks to post it was, because Google Plus hadn't gone down. If she'd have posted it, I would have just live recorded the Google Plus and shown that it was a manipulation. That's why Katy had to wait so long. She posted this after Google Plus went down and nobody could go back and verify. Isn't that right, fucking chubbers?
Same here, Lisa.
You did terrorize Chang just 3 weeks before he killed himself. This is all common knowledge and documented. I've already proved my case. You admitted publicly that you were the reptilian mistress channel that was publicly witnessed upon you terrorizing Chang 13A, using this channel to carry out your inflicted abuse by you against Chang. You admitted that you were Miss Anonymous Dick, who was teamed up with Mr. Anonymous Dick, the one that Chang 13A himself publicly stated that was him, being Mr. Anonymous Dick, that ripped his blog TV show, where Chang admitted that he was a victim of child molestation, who ironically is just another one of your notorious cyber criminal ex-partner in crime. UK Troll and I never knew anything about Chang 13A's blogs. The Smiley Gang was extremely private and discreet and secretive. Now, who would give us the links to this blog show of Chang's? Who would give us the name of his blog, the link, anything to lead us to the site where Chang was posting his videos? We all were at odds because I was responding to Chang's death threats against myself that he was egged on to carry out if he was to remain friends with the Bubba Effect and others, if he was to be a part of this cyberbully gang, the Smileys. Now, who would think to send his adversaries a link to his private blog shows where you could view Chang airing out his most intimate and private personal conversations, personal, intimate confessions? It would be you, Katy, that would be fully aware of all of the current personal things that was happening in Chang's life. The logical fact is, Chang would not allow anyone in his blog show.
You are a vile human being, in my opinion, Katy. Just vile.
That would make him feel uncomfortable or to possibly give out any personal details to anyone that could possibly use this information against him. He would not take that chance, so he only had selective friends, at least friends who he thought was his friends, right? The sad part is, Katy, Chang did trust you.
If you look at Chang's channel, you know, they always tried to say that I recorded him. I never recorded Chang. That's an absolute lie. They tried to claim that I bullied him, which is not true.
He did trust Mr. Anonymous Dick, but you too betrayed that trust and punished Chang 13A when he did not meet your expectations, when he did not meet Katy's expectations, rather. Why am I mainly just including you, Katy, and Chang's childhood confession exposure? Because you were mainly the one that hated UK Troll, and you were insanely jealous that Chang was once friends with UK Troll before he was prodded in to join up with this cyber gang that previously terrorized him. This is a form of Stockholm syndrome on Chang's part, and the want and need and the desire to be a part of a group and that he's loved and wanted. But you stabbed him in the heart and betrayed that trust and devastated this person. It was you that had the personal influence on Mr. Anonymous Dick, who you later married, that you conspired with to pass around Chang's personal childhood confessional video. This also fits your notorious modus operandi, Katy, that dates clear back to your forum days, almost 10 years ago. You are known to record people's personal videos of themselves, whether it's naked images of them that you play them in order for you to obtain them, or in this case, Chang's private blog TV video. This is what you do, Katy. You use this type of serious blackmail to punish and control your intended targets when they are not meeting your expectations. And when you saw that Chang was talking to UK Troll that one day, you went all out ballistic. This is the same type of behavior, Katy, how you are acting today. Trying to maliciously punish and slander your targets. That's what you do. You have always been this way. You have a proven track record that corroborates other facts and actions about you. Even Kenny KPC made a public statement threatening you, Katy, because you were attacking him over Forrest being rejected by the members of Trolls, Haters, and Naysayers.
Did you catch that bit? How she controls people. That's how she keeps you in the loop. What happens is, when you kind of get bogged down with the constant drip, drip, drip of Katy, and you start to think, oh God, the fucking bullshit of it all. You know, when there was hope that the stroke had rewired her brain, it clearly hasn't. Because Boohoo here is saying, look, how she punishes people using and threatening them and bullying them. You don't see me fucking get kicking off because someone don't want to be my friend. Lots of people have been on my chat and then don't come. I don't start making videos about them. I stopped speaking to Trollope. You didn't see me making videos or talking shit. Trollope did that. That was Trollope. I didn't. Trollope did. I stayed quiet. I stayed quiet for fucking 6 weeks. Well, look, Katy here is being accused 6 years ago. This video's made, and the person is saying this is how you punish and control people. Now, look what's just happened with me. Because I didn't let her attack Nixie, fact of it is I've gone over the live stream. Nixie says, Katy, what's your problem with me? Why are you saying those things? Katy's response is, you're a fucking Nazi. You want to fuck James D. You're a fucking whore, and I don't like you. Oh. So, Nixie didn't say, hey, fat cunt, what the fuck is this? Why are you talking shit? She didn't say, hey, you fucking Billy bullshitter, what's this? She said, hey, Katy, can I ask you why you're saying those things about me? Now, Katy responded as I've just described, and then she got ripped a new one, and then Katy does the fake fucking crying and the, oh, I had a seizure last night. Listen, there's go through two things that happen when she gets brought out. One of them is she starts accusing you of stalking her kids. Another one is she'll bring out the chime card. And the other fucking one is she'll fucking cry and play on some illness. The reason Tiffany didn't believe her illness, and the reason even we doubted it until we saw the proof, was because Katy has pretended to have brain tumours and fucking heart murmurs and needing heart bypasses. And she's dying and on her way out and she don't want to be here no more. And this is her last video. That's why Tiffany and other people thought she was lying about the stroke. Fact. We weren't sure, so we said, well, look, maybe it's changed her. Let's have a look, you know. Let's see. Let's not fucking do that. But that's the actual fact. Oh, I can't leave without doing this one. She's fucking playing everyone. She's pissed off because she couldn't play me and Yaxley. She knew this time round that Yaxley would know what she was up to, but we, you know, what she don't realise is all three of us were singing from the same song sheet. Okay? Nobody.
The fact is, Katy.
Angela, I'm just now saying your name. No one was over here talking about you. Man, oh mercy, these people.
It's something just playing in the background. So I can't remember what I was fucking on about now. God, fuck. Anyway, it must have not been important. But yeah, that's how Katy plays. When Katy can't get her own way, she got a run-through checklist. It's like a default setting on your computer. You know, you open up your computer and your favourite apps pop up. Well, Katy's favourite default setting starts popping up. Oh yes, we was all singing from the same song sheet. Sorry to disillusion you there. Like, nobody said to me, hey, don't be talking like that about Katy. I can fucking show you. But, you know. Hang on. Right, now, as I've already said, I met Katy when she started attacking me and my kid. She wanted to belong in a group, and then she was anonymous. She felt a little bit hard, thought she had it all sussed out, and then her docs dropped. So this ain't so funny now. And so this is Katy's response to me. She literally started messaging me when her docs came out and trying to butter me up, as they all do. So she's trying to fucking butter me up. So I said, say it in a video. So in this video, I post her message to me and I say, I want to hear you say it. And what you hear her now saying is her telling me how sorry she is that she attacked me and giving me the sob story, okay? This is why nobody believes a word the fucker says.
User. Kids. I have 3. Okay, this video goes out as a video response to I'm a Red Moose.
I'm a Red Moose, okay? The person she's talking to is, my channel is called I'm a Red Moose.
The reason that I'm doing this video is to respond to where I had said that I wasn't going to be like acknowledging you anymore. And I really meant that. I'm not going to be trolling you. I'm not going to be saying anything at all. I'm just trying to remove myself from this whole situation, to be honest. I have 3 beautiful children that have been stalked and trolled, and I've had Great American Mom putting my kids' names out there, their ages, and their photographs in videos and on channel backgrounds. So I do know all too well what it's like when family members get trolled and used in troll games as a means to bully and intimidate another user. I shouldn't have gotten involved in any of this stuff. I wish I hadn't gotten involved ever. I regret that I ever even found YouTube or any of it. But the purpose of this video is to let you know that I'm a parent first. I'm a mom of 3 kids. I'm a single parent. And I do the best I can. And my number one job is to protect my kids at all costs. And that's what I'm trying to do. I don't have anyone that I'm angry at right now other than Great American Mom because of the way she has violated my children the way she has on YouTube. And all because she believes that I was working with you and that I outed some game of hers, and I didn't. You know, as God is my witness, I didn't. And that was her excuse to put my babies.
Now remember, she says, as God is my witness, but she doesn't proclaim God. She proclaims to be a witch.
Out there like that. And yeah. But anyway, to close, I will not be participating in any of this stuff anymore. I just want out. I want to go back to making gun videos and truther videos, which is pretty much what I always did before all this trolling started. Okay, I also wanted to add that I realize I'm not cut out for all this. I realize the game on YouTube is really ugly, and people will use other people's family and everything they can to try to hurt them or try to intimidate them or bully them. And I mean, I know all too well what that feels like. Great American Mom did tell the truth about one thing, that I have been very, very sick. I've been in and out of the hospital since June. I'm very, very sick, and I'm just surviving day by day. You know, I was in the hospital for 6 days in August, and I'm currently awaiting brain surgery. That's not something that I really wanted to be public knowledge, but it's obvious that she told you about it, and it was something I confided in her with. And I now realize that there's no such thing as loyalty or friends on YouTube. I mean, there's some that I have considered friends that have been very loyal and very, very true. And for the love of God, I don't even know what in the hell I supposedly did to her. The story changes day by day. And I'm not even I shouldn't even be bothering you with that, but I'm just saying that the truth is that I want out. I just want out. But for the last 2 weeks, I've had to check every day because for 2 weeks, Great American Mom has been putting out videos with my kids, making channels and putting videos out and then burning those channels as soon as I see it, because the whole purpose was for me to see it and for it to hurt me. And it did. When you have 3 minor children that you're trying to protect at all costs, and you find that your little children are being used as weapons in some sort of troll game, it's awful. And I realize it doesn't have anything to do with you. And I realize that it doesn't have anything at all to do with you. I'm just trying to explain to you where I'm coming from. And it's embarrassing that I'm putting this out like this, but you know, I'm just trying to be as real as I can be. As far as how much this has hurt me and my family, and my teenage son has been being harassed on Facebook now for 2 weeks, getting friend requests from accounts that claim they know me for the sole purpose of just taking pictures of him off of his Facebook page. And I've contacted law enforcement. I've done everything I can to make it stop. And Great American Mom isn't going to stop. She doesn't see anything wrong with trolling minors or children. And
I have a problem with that. I do. And that's really, I know that I'm not perfect, and I've never claimed to be perfect. I know that I have made my share of hate videos, and I have done my share of trolling, and I've said some pretty uncool things in comment sections, and I'm not proud of it. I look at some of the comments that I made, and yeah, I shouldn't have made those comments. I shouldn't have said those things. And yeah, my purpose is I'm not trying to say that I'm innocent or that I'm somebody who is a victim or something. That's not at all what I'm trying to say. I realize that I've dished out my fair share of things over since January. And I'm not asking for anyone to forgive me or to, excuse my behavior, and I'm not trying to justify my behavior. But my children, I feel like when Guillaume did what she did to my children, she crossed the line. I won't ever forgive her for what she did. She can't take it back. She can't take back that video that people saw. She can't take back putting my kids' names out there. She can't take back any of it. And she and I will never, ever be cool. We'll never be friends. This will never, in my opinion, ever be over for me. As I love my children more than my life. I would lay my life down for my kids. And seeing your children be made fun of and ridiculed, and having videos made parroting your son's disability, and having her viciously going around saying that somehow it was my fault, that calling me an alcoholic. I don't drink, but yet she doesn't even know me. But again, I said, I can't forgive that. I will never be able to forgive it because my little boy is old.
Interestingly enough, she is now real life friends with the person who she's speaking about.
Enough to use a computer, and it would devastate him if he came across a video about him on YouTube made by someone who's old enough to be his grandmother, making fun of him for something that he is absolutely my inspiration, because he's done everything to overcome that disability, and he's my hero, and I love him so much. And that's really all I have to say. Thanks.
Right, well, as you can hear, Katy hasn't changed the script. That was like fucking 12 years ago, man. It's a fucking playbook. It's a script. Accuse the person of stalking her kids. Now look, everybody she's argued with, Tiffany, Gam, the woman she's talking about there, Great American Mom, Molly, me, everyone gets accused of stalking her kids. Now a select few of us who were here at the time get the Chang thing. She used to accuse me and Boohoo, and it's a very long conflicted story. But what I would say is, one of us shows a vindictive propensity to not being able to be told no, and who starts up and uses things as a tactic. I'm reading thing. No, so that's the Chang thing. I could play fucking hundreds of videos. I could play Agent 19 saying about Chang and how he was bullied and how he was bullied by Katy. He's not talking about me. He's talking about Katy. And what you've got to remember is for a lot of the people who end up around Katy, there's nobody around her that she hasn't previously attacked or recorded or had some to do with. So there are people who have actually had their lives ruined. I'm not saying the person, and I'm not going to go in too deep, but I'm going to say there's people who've actually lost real life relationships because of Katy. And those people are now kind of Stockholm syndromed up to her. They kind of got to keep her fucking sweet because they know what happens when you don't. Now, I didn't do nothing to her. She called Nixie a racist and said she was a whore, so Nixie took task to her. That's the fact. Oh, and Katy, on the subject of all the things you're accusing Glenn of AI-ing, you know the audio where you speak about the forest? That ain't AI, because I got the same fucking audio. Me and Troller pricked it. It's from one of your fucking lives with Frank. What you did was, there was one thing that may have been a bit cut up. You're now trying to hide behind it's AI voice things, it's AI voice things. No, I could have said this fucking days ago, but of course, there was a different situation. The audio of you talking about Forest, I've got that same audio. What the fuck are you on about? It ain't AI. I've had that audio for fucking years. Also, the audio where you speak about me is from Telegram, and it's from after I was kind to you with your stroke. Now, I don't think that you sent it to Glenn directly, but I think you gave it to someone. Okay? So, there we go. There's the Chang thing. That. Interestingly enough, I got brightness. Similar story, but anyway, that's it. That's the Chang thing. Katy has been busted out as well. Chang made a lot of videos where he was accusing like me, the who affected things, but it was later found and proven that Chang's channel had been cloned by Katy. She was going around making comments that she then, when people responded, she would then remove her comment. This was in the days when you could comment on people's channels, and then Chang felt that he was being attacked. But the other person thought that they were being attacked because they just got a nasty comment from As If No Set. So then they'd go over his channel and say, what the fuck are you talking about, you little weasel? But of course, it wasn't Chang, it was a clone. Katy was busted out for that. So Chang believed for a long time that a lot of people were attacking him that weren't, and he was responding to them. But in the very end, he got recorded by Katy. He then came to me and said, look, they shit on me, and, you know, I do think I did say, well, what did you expect? And who didn't see that coming? And then 24 days later, then he puts up that the argument kicks off. I did go in and defend him. There's live recording of that. And then Katy accused him of working with me. And 24 days before he died, he made a video to Katy and her husband all about it. So, you know, really, you can't listen to either of us. So I would say, go and see who's saying what. Take us out of the equation and look what facts there are. And you have Chang, his last video, talking about being abused. Anyway, there I go. Me and Yax will be live here later. I can go live anytime, Yax. I've got fuck all to do. My daughter's not back till later, but even then she don't want to hang around with me at her age. I'm going to now carry on with my afternoon, get some shit done. I don't care, you say. I mean, see, I'll go by your time. You say the time and I'll stroke it up. Oh, said the actress to the bishop. Now you say when, and I'm good. I haven't got fuck all plans. I've got to walk my dog, clean up a little bit. Okay, 11 p.m. our time, right? Okay, so there we go. 11 p.m. our time, Voice of Dissent. And our time right now is 6 o'clock, call it. So 5 hours from now is 11 p.m. for us. So I don't know what that is for you. There you go. See you later.
Okay, so anybody wants to tune in for more of it, they can go over to Pissin Excellence channel. And let me see, how long ago did she do this video? 4 hours ago. So it should be here within the next hour and a half or so that she's going live. And yeah, I'm just documenting, Katy, the hypocrisy. And I'm just documenting who you're with. And Terry, I'm just now noticing where, yeah, shaking my head. You're going on and on and on with the guessing and saying people have attacked Malibu. You're going to be in for a big surprise when it comes to Malibu. Yeah. Never mind. Find out for yourself. All right. Peace out, all.